Don't be sour like a lemon, take a swig of your pop. Don't let yourself loose, don't make yourself stop. Express yourself, don't make yourself stop. Express yourself, you'll be feeling on top. I don't know how to say this, how to tell you can't resist. Boy, when you put on a show, I hit the floor, my legs go jelly. I'm going coconut, I'm feeling it too much. I'm going coconut, my legs feel like jelly. Getting frisky, boy, talk to me, baby, turn me red like a cherry. Oh, I'm going coconut, we're getting wavy like. We can do this all night, making jello delight. We can do this all night, come and get it tonight. Oh, getting frisky, boy, talk to me, baby, turn me red like a cherry. Oh, I'm going coconut. Don't be hiding when you need and take a chance on the spot. Don't be spilling milkshake, give it all you got. Express yourself, don't make yourself stop. Express yourself, you'll be feeling on top. I don't know how to say this, how to tell you can't resist. Boy, when you put on a show, I hit the floor, my legs go jelly. I wanna be so very, I wanna feel like every moment is alive. Heavy, my heart tells me I'm ready. You take me on the roller coaster of my life. My legs go I don't know how to say this, how to tell you can't resist. Boy, when you put on a show, I hit the floor, my legs go jelly. I'm going coconut, I'm feeling it too much. I'm going coconut, my legs feel like jelly. Getting frisky, boy, talk to me, baby, turn me red like a cherry. Oh, I'm going coconut, we're getting. We can do this all night, making jello delight. We can do this all night, come and get it tonight. Oh, getting frisky, boy, talk to me, baby, turn me red like a cherry. Oh, I'm going coconut. We can do this all night, making jello delight. We can do this all night, come and get it tonight. My legs go jelly.
Are we good? Am I good? Just want to make sure. Am I good? Showing the stream is going, but my computer is frozen. I love that. I love that for me. It wouldn't be a first stream if there wasn't like some sort of issue. But you know what? We roll with the punches. I can't, like, my stream is just straight up not working. Anyways, hi everyone. Welcome to the first stream. For those of you guys who don't know me, I am Royal Lorenzo, formerly known as Royal Dude Lorenzo. For those of you who might know me from, like, way back when, and I did a couple streams then. Back then, we also did the, we did a couple gaming streams with Team Triforce and the Inkling Brothers podcast. We did a couple games there. Then school kind of took over, so we weren't able to really do much on that end. So as a result, we kind of just, put everything on pause. So today, just kind of like testing the water, see what's going on. I wanted to kind of see what we can do. I'm going to put some music, just like some low background music, so that it just, not just me talking. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Also, if you guys ever do want to know what the music is, the little thing, I think it's actually right here, right here, there's a little like thing right here that kind of tells you what the music's gonna be. But either way, we're just here to chill, and we're see what happens going forward. Again, don't mind the things kind of come and go, or if things are kind of like a little weird. Again, first stream, it'll get better over time, and I just realized I probably can't even like switch games or windows, so this is going to be kind of trash. Well, I guess you'll see my face for 3 hours. No, we're not gonna do that. Let's see what we can do. Alright, stream might go down for... Alright. Game capture. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, cool. We're back in business. Alright. These things happen. It is, again, as we get for better over time, it just gets better. Alright. So, I want to start the first couple of minutes doing a couple of reacts. Oh, there I am again. Thank you, Stream Elements. I wanted to start the first few minutes kind of introducing things, and then we do a couple of reacts, and then we're going to play some Fortnite, in Fortnite. So, couple things, just to kind of let people know what the setup is. I got a little desk lamp right over here. I'm not gonna move the camera around because what happened last time that happened. I have a little desk lamp over here. It's shining light on me. It's a hue lamp, so I control that from my phone. I have a little ring light right here next to me. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's right there. I'm kind of destroying the illusion, but it's fine. So it has a little phone holder in case I want to just put my phone there so that, I can also look at the chat. Because especially when I'm playing games, I can't really, like, I don't have a second screen. I don't have that luxury just yet. But in the future, hopefully that is going to be in the cards because we're going to be moving into hopefully soon, and I'll have a little bigger of a space. I'll have a little desk just for streaming, but we roll with the punches right now. This is my little Kirby automaton over there. Oh, there's a couple things I wanted to show people while I was here. So a lot of you guys know that actually I've been collecting a lot of retro stuff as of late. And so here's what happened. And I was on one of these streams by an awesome group of sellers. Their name is Thrift Delicious. I literally just every week I buy something from them just to support your local businesses. Always good to do that. And I found a couple of what seems to be lost stuff, So lost stuff kind of there's this thing. It's a Godzilla CD sealed Windows for it looks like a really old it's from Taco Bell. It's from Taco Bell, everyone. This is a really old CD. Obviously most people don't really run CDs anymore, but I got this for $3 and I was and it's sealed and everything, and I'm just wow, you really don't see this stuff anymore. And I really don't know if I want to open it up and take a look at it, what's on it, but I think this is actually really cool, and so I had to pick it up and, we'll add it to the collection. Yeah, it is from the old Godzilla that nobody liked. I saw some pictures of it. It looked horrible. Anyways, and then, so there was a set of 5 of these that I'm going to show you, but I only have 2. The other 3 I'm still in the process of getting. But there's these cool little Need for Speed CD packs that come with they were promo packs that came with a little car in them. Again, these are also sealed, unpopped here, so they're literally straight, haven't even been put out on a shelf. So it came with really cool, tiny car little pieces on there, so it was like, oh, that's really cool. And Hot Wheels are actually really collectible, both collectible and they maintain a lot of value over time, especially if they're boxed up. I know this isn't Hot Wheels, but diecast cars in general, especially if they're from... I don't... 2003? Pretty sure it's 2003. Anyways, Windows 95 and 98. So imagine trying to play a racing game on a Windows 95 computer. Not exactly unheard of. You could play like Gran Turismo on a PS1 and it actually looks pretty good. So those are a couple things I've gotten as of late. In terms of like, in terms of retro kind of cool things that I haven't been able to show off lately. A couple of Game Boy games here and there, as always. We're always trying to find awesome retro stuff here for the people. Oh god, yeah, we got 5 viewers. This is great. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Other than that, I mean, yeah, it's also really cool just to kind of like, but all those boxes behind me, like right here, that's all retro stuff, all retro games. You can even kind of see there's a little, I have a Game Gear it's a little busted. I had to get a couple. I also got them from the same Thrift Delicious. Make sure you go follow them on Whatnot. I also do want to say, I love the platform of Whatnot. It's a great platform for sellers. However, if you ever see me on Whatnot streaming, just cancel me. Just cancel me. That's it. End the stream. You know what? Like, just end the stream. We're not doing this. We're not. Actually, no. We're not ending the stream. But like, just if you ever see me streaming on there, just end me. Okay, that's it. We're not doing this. It's not that it's a bad place. It's just it's not for me right now. Maybe in 2 years I'll be eating my words. Right? Who knows? On that note, you see my little Stream Elements bot on the right side over here on the chat, telling you guys to support, send a donation if you have it. I don't mind if you don't do it. I'm just starting out here, so please don't worry. And same thing goes for the... same goes for following me on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you go ahead and do that so you guys can be the first ones to know when I go live. Also, turn on the follow button and turn on notifications on the stream. That's the only way that you guys are going to kind of like figure out when I'm streaming. But I'm gonna try to be as consistent as I can, just for your purposes. So, what else do I? Oh yeah. I was talking about the setup. Right, so I have a little Steam Deck here. It's not the XL one. I like the XL one. But this kind of helps me to transition between, like, main cam and face cam, which is really cool. And then we have the mic over here. It is a HyperX Quadcast. I love it. It's really pretty. It has awesome RGB lights on it. Eventually, we'll go towards getting a... like a Shure mic and little boom setup and everything. But for now, we're just gonna head with this, and I think that's all we can do. Right, so we also do have a second camera, technically, which is like my original camera. I think I streamed with that many, many years ago. I'm not going to use it, but it's a nice little, like, backup in case I'm using a Logitech Stream Cam. It is, like, made only for streaming. And it is right here. It is beautiful. It does up to 60 frames per second. I'm not exactly getting that right now on here, I don't think. Mostly because... Oh, I am getting 60 frames. Nice. Yeah, it's a little hard to do on this camera, and especially if you're not, like, a well-known streamer, you're probably not going to be able to getting, like 4K status anytime soon. And I kind of have that all connected to the computer directly. The camera's connected directly, but all the other wires are connected to a hub, which is connected to the computer. I also have a Yeti mic over here that I used to use for podcasting. Unfortunately, we aren't there. Eventually I'd like to do live podcasts, but again, we just need the space, and it'd be really cool to do so. My Wi-Fi box is telling me I need an update, but not right now. And then we are using the Logitech Glim. I think it's Glim Ultra, I believe it's called, or it's a light. It's a light. It's key light. It just connects to, you just like tuck it behind the screen, and it's my key light. So, and I can change the brightness on it so that I can look a little less washed out, if you guys think so. Let me see. Oh, that's changing the color. Look a little... And that's making it way too bright. There we go. Yes, please follow me on Twitter at Royal Lorenzo. Alright, that looks a lot better, actually. I like that. Yeah, so we have that key light. I also have this little... I got this from Daiso. It's a little light bulb. You're supposed to use it for, like, lighting small objects. But I figured it creates enough of a light on me that, like, it'll grab kind of this area pretty nicely. It only cost me, like, $2. It was cooking me. Yeah, so we have that kind of going around. Have this little old photography little statue thing just because we are celebrating a really cool milestone today. We uploaded our very first highlight reel. Special thanks to Eddie Wolf X23 TV is in the chat. He did a really great job with the highlight reel. We're going to be reacting to it very shortly so you guys can take a look at it and see exactly what I mean by it. So yeah, this has kind of been in the works for that. I have a wad of money just kind of sitting. I'm kidding. It's not a wad of money. It's a stress toy, but I don't use it. Speaking of stress toys, I have too many of them around me because I'd be stressed, you know. So I have this little Metroid stress ball too. You know, it's cool. Just kind of giving you guys a tour. LCAP gang, I do run a photography company, so please make sure you go and follow that company. It's LCA Photo NYC. I should probably add that as a command. We'll do it for the next stream. Right, so that's pretty much it. We also have a little like, you know, aroma diffuser and all that. I'm not going to be running that during the stream, but it's Muji. As you guys know, I used to work in a Muji, so that makes sense. How are we doing on time? Oh, we've been running for about half an hour already. Alright, yeah, and we have a little pop filter. This came with the stand. I'm using a microphone stand. I'm not using a one of those boom mics or the arms or anything. It'd be really cool, but unfortunately, I just don't have this space. I'm literally in this cooped up little corner here that I'm making everything work. The stress toy that I actually use when I'm like working and stuff like that is this one. It's an office stress toy. It says World's Best Boss, and you guys can tell that I've already kind of dug into it because like it's already starting to like break open. So, you know, whenever I get stressed, I'm just like so, you know, never let that happen. Right. And in terms of the computer, I'm running a 1080 Ti, so I haven't really upgraded to the more modern day, like, graphics yet. I'm running a Razer Basilisk. I also have a Razer Death Adder from Genshin. If you guys want a Genshin stream, let me know. I'd love to play it on stream. We have, like, what else? I'm working on an MSI Optics Mag 24C. It's a curved monitor, so you guys can kind of know. I've had it for many years at this point, but, I mean, it's still a great monitor. I love it. I stand by it. What else am I running on? Oh, I also have a console streaming, so I do have PlayStation, the PS5, and I have the PS HD camera, the PlayStation HD camera, set up in the back over there, so that we can do PlayStation streams straight from the PlayStation. I know the quality is not all that good, but I also do not have the bandwidth to connect my TV all the way over here, and I'm not going to connect my TV to this monitor either. So we're gonna stream straight from the TV. It probably will be kind of scuffed, so my apologies if that happens. I'm a little better off Fortnite on the PlayStation, so please also take that into consideration. I do have a PS8. Didn't you know I am a tester for the new PlayStation? So we are, in fact, going to be playing some games. I know Stray just came out. Lots of people are really playing that. I got it on PlayStation. So I do want to be streaming that and kind of play through all of it. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, so 1080 Ti, 64 gigabytes of RAM. I'm working on a Ryzen 3700X, I believe, or 3900X. And, yeah. I like RGB. Don't fight me about it. Oh, my speakers, they're nothing too crazy. Oh, right, the headset. Headset is HyperX Alloy. I got it during girls' trip. Not my girls' trip, but Cutie Cinderella's girls' trip. She was doing a really cool promotion where she was saying, okay, well, you get 25% or 20% off your order. And this thing does 300 hours. I'm not sponsored by HyperX, but would love to be. Does 300 hours of runtime on 100%, meaning it doesn't need to be charged for about 2 weeks if you use it every day. I don't use this every day, so I pretty much, I put it on today. It said you were at 100%. It's been really cool. And I love it. It's so comfortable. The wireless is not as crappy as the well, I'm sorry. I have to say this. Ooh. I have to say it. I do have the Razer this Razer wireless thing. It's all right, but it does tend to like break the connection really easily. And I did get this on sale, so like it's fine. It does the job. But also, we were shooting a podcast, and I was trying to use this one, and it was just not really picking up my voice as well. So it's something. It's something. I tend to use this one. It's the Razer Nari, and this is the one that it's wired, and it does produce like pretty good sound on it. This is the one I kind of use on the daily. If I do need the headset, a lot of times I do need it. But I am just gonna completely just change to HyperX at this point. I think I have 3 things that are of HyperX right now that are pretty much my entire life right now. Because the microphone is HyperX, headset's HyperX. The microphone for the PlayStation stream is also HyperX. It's a solo cast. It's a tiny one, but I don't need anything fabulous and big for a PlayStation stream. I'm just going to be sitting in front of the PlayStation and playing games. Now, this is great. I'm not saying it's not. It's just, Razer is a great brand. I stand by them, and I do have a lot of Razer equipment. But this one is just, it just doesn't produce the same amount of quality. I'm sure there's one that's a lot better, probably a little more expensive. So, one that's kind of, like, on the best, like decently priced. I got this for about $140 with the discount. Is the HyperX Cloud Alpha 2 wireless. It's about $140 again. Very comfortable on the ears. Looks kind of premium. And again, 300-hour battery life is just amazing. And it works on consoles too. So if you want to use it on your consoles, you absolutely can. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it with the stream setup. Let's go ahead and switch over to the next scene so you guys we can take a look at some React videos. All right. So let's see. Browser. Oh, you guys are seeing that I'm a total noob at this, clearly. I am a total noob. Alright. Oh. Oh, it doesn't... Okay. Don't worry. This is why we do these things. Okay. Actually, I got it. Window capture. There we go. Alright, cool. You're right, first stream magic. Move down. Yeah, and then I'm gonna make it onto the clip channels, and everyone's gonna be like, what the hell is it? Like, let's do it, boys. What's he doing? All right. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna turn down the music. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna turn off the music. And we're gonna go ahead and just start watching this video so you guys can see what we did at Castle Point Anime Con. Really good con in the Meadowlands. I'll talk a little bit more about it in just a second, but I need you guys to see this. This is awesome. Shout out again to Eddie, my awesome content partner for LCAP. Is that too loud? That's probably too loud. I was really awkward with this, by the way. I was super awkward when I was doing this. Can you guys hear this? Actually, I don't even think you guys can hear this. You guys are going to enjoy this too. Welcome to Castle Point Anime Con.
And we hope to see you all having fun today.
There we go.
That is my speech.
I'm going to go ahead and reset it. There we go. There we go. Live from Castle Point Anime Con, this is Lawrence from LCAP Photo NYC. How's it going, everybody? We are again. Live, I was really awkward when I did this part because I was just like, I have no script, but I'm like the kind of person that's trying to get better at improv. Again in your entire life. Today we're just going to kind of have a little fun. I love these behind-the-scenes shots. We hope that you guys are going to enjoy this too. They just kind of capture like the magic happening, and I thought that was actually really cool. She was actually really nice. She was really cool.
Thank you all.
All right, everybody. Today we are here with SpongeBob.
A few moments later.
And Patrick. It took a second for me to understand it, but so
it really
I need you to tell me what
I couldn't
this
tell
Krusty
when I
Krab
saw
pizza
her. I was
actually
like, who are
tastes
you?
like.
Much later.
Great.
But I love the
enjoying
edits.
the
It's
convention?
awesome.
Good so far. We haven't been able to do anything because we got here early, but
Are you excited?
yeah, very.
I'm just glad we got here early and that it's small, because we do big cons, and this is a very nice size. I'm very nice. I'm happy about this change.
Well, everybody, we hope you have an awesome convention. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, Link. Before I approach you, I felt like, I don't know, I'm nervous because you're famous.
That's
you got,
Isaac,
like,
for
what,
those of
20
you that don't
games?
know.
How many LinkedIn requests do you get per day?
He was killing me with these jokes. Literally, the first time I heard this, I was dying.
Mine is Abraham Lincoln.
I think
Are you guys
if you
related?
listen
Abraham Lincoln?
closely on the mic,
like
you
distant
could
cousins.
probably
All right,
hear
everybody,
me
we're
dying
right here with
slowly
Little Mac,
because of
the
how funny it is.
World Heavyweight Champion.
This
Wait,
was
are you
all
heavyweight or
improv, by the way. Everything that we're doing
You're
was
lightweight?
not scripted.
You
It was
don't
all
look like a
improv.
lightweight. Who would win at a fight? You or Mike Tyson?
Who do you think? Who do you think? Come on.
My money's on Tyson.
All right, I'll bet $50 for that.
I
You
thought he
versus
was going to
100
knock
Big
me out
Macs.
when I said
Big
that.
Macs? No, I'm a Little Mac. I gotta stay with the Little Mac.
Pikachu, can we get a
Oh.
quick interview?
Yeah, sure.
You heard it here, folks. Pikachu can talk. Pikachu, can you say another word for us?
Yeah?
Go Yankees.
Yeah!
Yankees!
fan. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Pikachu.
So I'm here with Sonic and Shadow, and first of all, aren't you guys rivals? Like, how did that?
This edit, the Sonic edit was so dope. That was so cool.
But afterwards,
Very
We
clean,
have
very
to thank
clean.
Castle Point for finally bringing a long-term rivalry together.
yeah, for the time being. For the time being.
I gotta ask, I hate to like split you guys up, but who's the fastest?
Me. No.
wait.
No, you're not.
Obviously I am.
No.
I can
tell. No. We can run right now.
Maybe you guys have to vote below who's the fastest.
Red Ranger, how are you doing today?
I'm feeling phenomenal.
Fun fact, you can't tell,
There you go.
but this interview with that Red Ranger was super, super awkward. I had nothing to say to him. And you know, that's just obviously the people you interview. Just some people are a little awkward, and that's fine. But I was just like, no fucking way. There's no way I can
What's your
talk to
favorite
this
early
person.
2000s new metal rock band?
I don't know.
Do you listen to Linkin Park?
Oh man, I saw that coming. I saw
have
that
one
coming.
burning question. Who is your favorite Power Ranger besides yourself?
Tommy, the Green Ranger.
The Green Ranger, so you're doing a little like Christmas thing or like an M&M thing,
Again,
huh?
I didn't know what the
I
fuck I was
dropped out of
saying.
high school
So
and I met this guy that was chasing after this really common Pokemon that this 10-year-old had.
this interview was dope. This was really fun.
For this company. And here we
Eddie
are.
absolutely killed it, and
Team
these
Rocket,
guys
baby,
are
let's go.
really, really
What about
good
you,
with
Brock?
the
What was your
camera.
gym
They
leader
really
journey?
knew how to just
Tons of it.
you know roll with the
You
camera.
have just as much background as I thought you would.
Lot of character development.
Dude, all these like close-up shots are so good. Like especially when we like those like motion blur kind of shots. Those are like this one or like the slow speed up. Those are really cool. She was really cool. Shihori. She actually sang and wrote a couple of the Fairy Tale OSTs. So that was really cool. We saw them recently. The Kogyoku Yosakai. They were really cool. We saw them at the Japan Festival in Industry City in Brooklyn. They were there again. They go to all the Japan stuff, and they were really cool. We were able to finally connect with them. We were like, oh, we took your video and everything. So we're eventually gonna send this to them, but this is really cool. And
Where'd you
the
fish
dancing
at?
was cool.
Route 63. I'm not sure if that's
This
still
guy was
an
awesome.
open water, but like I'll be there.
He rocked
We'll
with
be there.
it.
Catch
Like
him
he
at
rocked.
Route
This is
63,
like
y'all.
he said it was like one of his first times doing it. So he really rocked.
Who's your favorite Pokemon to send out?
Well, actually, he got him right here. I choose you, Bulbasaur.
Oh man, that
That was too
wow,
funny.
that is a Bulbasaur.
That
See
is
what
a
the Bulbasaur has
Bulbasaur.
to say about this.
Eddie kills me, guys.
I think we should release it.
Look at this thing. How high can this Magikarp jump?
Oh, like outside the universe, I believe.
Outside the universe. All right, ready? 3.
What the heck?
2.
Why don't we time out the ramen pack?
He's really okay though. Yeah, it's good.
Keep fishing. Keep
Why did
reeling,
that happen?
Keep Instagram reeling. Any last words you want to give to the people out there? Words of encouragement or just how you feeling today? What's on your mind?
Be the very best Pokemon trainer out there.
Be the very best. Thank you, my man.
Thank you so much.
Any final words you two want to give to trainers?
Team Rocket, we're pretty much one giant trainer union. Join us. Don't go out in that private stuff. This is where it's at. Stability, great health benefits, wonderful vacation time. Couldn't recommend it more.
What about you, Brock?
Find yourself a nurse joy. It'll lead you far in life.
A man of very few words.
Oh. Thank you for following Ramen Pack. Alright. I think my bot did a little too much there. Sorry, chat bot. Alright. Well, yeah, so we accidentally we accidentally timed out Isaac. My bad. I don't know why that happened. The chatbot worked a little too well. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, new follower. Yeah, thanks for the follow, man. Let's see. What can we react to before we start playing Fortnite? I watch a lot of streamers, so I think you guys can kind of tell what my entire thing is. Yeah, man, dude, Eddie killed it with that like the 3D logo. Just all the editing on it was just way too good, so good. Let's see. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's do this.
So many
let's,
of you guys
let's
seem
watch
to
Spawn
enjoy
Wave.
the videos where I get fake games online and we check them out here. Sometimes they're obviously fake. Other times they are counterfeit, attempting to pass off as the real thing. Well, today I have 3 obviously fake games to check out. However, there is one that I was very curious about. Guys, if you enjoy these videos, make sure that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and we're going to start with today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Factor. With summer coming to a close, the busy fall season is fast approaching. Factor makes it easy to stick to your nutritional goals without the stress of planning out meals and spending hours in the kitchen. With Factor, there's no prep or mess. You simply put together your favorite meals from the large variety of options like keto, calorie smart, chef's choice, vegan options, and more. Calories and ingredients are labeled clearly on the back.
Oh, I think I know why Isaac was accidentally
The freshly
banned.
prepared meals
He,
arrive straight to your doorstep,
he,
meaning
I
you can
think
cut out
because
some
of
the
his
trips
connection
to the
issues,
grocery
it
store. The meals
sold,
come together
it sent
fast with just
8
a few
of his
minutes in the microwave.
messages to the
I like
thing.
to take a Factor meal with me to the office during the day to make sticking to my nutritional goals easy, and being able to have food ready in a few minutes makes getting on with my day a lot easier. Head to go.factor75.com/spawnwave130 and use code spawnwave130 to get $130
No longer
off
timed
across
out. Isaac's
6
good.
boxes. That's
He's good.
go.factor75.com/spawnwave130 and use code spawnwave130 to get $130 off across 6 boxes. Thanks once again to Factor for sponsoring today's video. So there's also a bit of a bonus. Since I was looking around, I realized I didn't have an original Nintendo that was HDMI enabled to capture footage from. I ordered this $30 clone system for the original Nintendo that does have
It
HDMI
looks so
out.
bad.
It's,
It looks
what is this
so
called?
bad.
The
Already
8-bit
looks
HD
really
video
bad.
game system from Gamers Tech. So I'm sure that'll go over well just looking at the controller layout here. Anyway, we'll get to that. Let's start though with the first game, and that is another one of those compilation cartridges. And we see these for the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Genesis.
I had a couple of those on
Quite a
Game
bit,
Boy,
but
and they
grab
played
this one.
like
It
really
does say it
old
has a
Game Boy Color
built-in
and Game Boy,
CIC chip for original NTSC
OG
and
Game
PAL
Boy dot matrix
NES
games.
consoles.
They
So
were really
we'll see
like
if it works
pretty
on this
decent.
clone system over here, but it's always interesting when they promise you hundreds
But this just looks
of games on
Oh
one
my god, they're just bigger versions of them. It's just a bigger cartridge version of that.
So it doesn't really need to
I like the design, but we all know the SNES and the NES never came with cartridges like that.
A battery holder though.
They don't even try to make it look different.
You can just pop a new one in without having to solder it. I really like the low resolution label. Like you can't even read any of this text.
I can't.
I think they're attempting to show off the main menu for the game when you first turn it on, and you can't read any of this text. It's just a really, just poorly done label all the way around. It is one of those situations where it looks like they printed it out on just regular paper.
Why did it just show right there?
Tried
Well,
to
anyways,
put
around
like
the
some
back of
thin
that
laminate over it and then just glued it down with a glue stick because it's already peeling up on the side here. Well, I got the system from Amazon all hooked up here with the cartridge in and now on, and it came right up on the monitor here through HDMI. The system at least works, so there you go. It's not the highest quality feeling system, and the controllers are pretty bad, so for just in the overall ergonomics of it, but technically it is functional, so there you go. But let's see, it does say Forever Games of NES, so I hit, okay, there's 405 games here. It says hit select to swap cartridge, so I press that. Oh, interesting. So they have, okay, so they have technically 2 cartridges built into this. I assume the reason they have that is because like the NES can't detect like larger sizes than like the max that they have here. So they basically then switch to the other 447 games. They do indeed have 800 games then here. So I see Super Mario here, which
yeah,
I
but you
assume
know,
if I start this up.
What? This is not Super Mario! Get out of here! This is like
going on here? I'm kind of running around this square.
Hell no! Hell no!
Am I supposed to get to this person here? Okay, she can like go diagonal. That's not fair. I can't go diagonal. This is what the final castle in Mario.
What is this? Super Mario.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I've run into her a few times. No, I don't even know what game this is.
This is great. This is funny. This is hilarious. Mario! Wow, I love Super Mario. That's my favorite game on the
Now I have games that I
NOS.
the
NOS Classic.
Super Mario Bros. 1. There's Lost Levels.
Here's the fun part about a lot of these like
Mario
bootleg games is that they just
let's
look
go down here. We're gonna go to Super Mario
bad,
Bros.
and then at the
1,
same
make sure
time
everything's on the up
they
and
just
up.
like look.
Okay.
It says Super
There
Mario.
you go. This does look like.
But then they're gonna have
So
just
at
like
least they have
6
this side
different
right. It's not
versions of Super Mario there, and it's just like it doesn't make sense.
That's a point off. They have both.
I remember there was
Yeah,
one that was like
Prince of
Super
Persia.
Mario Land that I had way
Really?
back in the day, but then it said
have
P.
that
It
one.
like it was like it said
seen these Mega
Pokemon
Man
on it,
games.
and I was
I
like, oh
assume they have
cool, we
all
have a
the Mega
Pokemon game. When I
Right,
played it,
let's see.
it was Super Mario
1 and
Land
2.
on Game Boy
Okay, 2's good.
with a
obviously,
Pikachu
but,
skin on
like,
top of it.
3
It was Potato Chew. It was a
yeah,
big.
so
It was
a bit
like
of
a small
bit of a
little
minus
Potato
there,
Chew.
too, not
It was
having more
running
than
around
the
in
two
the
Mega Man games. I feel like Mega Man 6
the
was
Super
good.
Mario Land
All
levels,
of
and it was
Dragon
just so
Power.
funny to me because
Dragon
it was
Power
like
was the game
no
that was
freaking
on
way
the
that this exists.
Nintendo
But I played
that's
it because
basically
I
Dragon
was a
Ball,
kid.
but
So.
they brought it over under the name Dragon Power, and
Dragon
they
Power.
changed a couple of things.
Turtle
in the
Hermit.
game to make sense. Like, I guess
Oh
for
my
American
God!
audience,
It's
they call it,
Dragon
like,
Ball.
I think
No
at one
way,
point,
man.
Oolong or Master Roshi, someone like wishes. I think it's Oolong wishes for a pair of underwear, and instead
Oh,
what they did in
Oolong,
the
that-
game
there we go,
was
that's the name.
They flipped it upside down and said that he like wished for a sandwich. So they had to figure out the some little tricks there to kind of hide it and make it, I guess, appropriate for Western audiences. I don't know. It's not exactly a game you'd look at and say, yeah, that's definitely Dragon Ball, but it's an interesting, I guess it's an interesting piece for the collection if you ever come across it. But I will say overall, this is probably one of the better multi-cart games
Better
I've seen
of
so far, just from the
multi-cart.
selection of titles that are on there, minus the label and the presentation, and the fact that it probably wouldn't stand up too well in the courtroom. Next up, we have
Yeah,
a game that I'm
probably
very
not.
curious about. While we have the NES hooked up, I figured we would take a look, and that
Yeah, this is why I was
the
interested in seeing this, because it says Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition, but on an
for the
NES
original Nintendo.
cartridge.
I've seen this floating around out there for years now, and I've been very
I wonder if it
curious
actually is Pokemon
exactly
Yellow.
what it was. It says it's the yellow version, has the just a terrible looking Nintendo seal of quality, which is ironic. But
No way.
This is the pre-installed Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition. I don't know what that means exactly. I like that they put it in the yellow cartridge to try to mimic the Game Boy cartridge, of course also being yellow, but I don't know, I guess we'll plug it in and see what we get. Oh, they have like a nice little intro screen here, I guess, of Ash, or
What is this?
your character in the game, kind of running
Red.
through the field. Let's skip that. Look at that Pokemon
Lugia
Yellow version.
2009.
Is this just the Game Boy version on the Nintendo or the NES system? Oh, look at that. Yeah, that kind of looks like the Game Boy version. This is very unexpected. I thought this was gonna be some weird looking like side-scrolling 2D game or something. Oh, look at that. We have the tall grass. You go behind the grass and everything. You're pretty quick right here when I'm just running through the fields. So I go through the beginning here. I mean, it's
Chat, I don't
just
actually
the
know if this
same
is what
here. He's like, "I'm gonna
Pokemon
take
Yellow
that Pokemon off the
actually
table."
looked
Just
like,
gave
but
me
this looks
Pikachu. I mean,
interesting.
it's not exactly the same as.
It looks a
Yellow
little
on
different.
the-
Obviously, the no borders
Looks
like
there was
that
some work done
on
to put
the
this
that
together.
version.
I'm very curious at like the
And that-
story
Is
of this game.
there's
because
just so much
we
here
never,
that
like,
going
had
on.
Pokemon on.
Is that what the
a home
Eevee sprite
console
looked like
until
back then?
technically
Chat, I
with
need
the
your help.
Switch. And even that, people still debate: is that a home console? Is it a handheld or anything? And I was always curious, what kind of effect a full like Pokemon release on something like the GameCube would have had, or even the Nintendo 64. We had Pokemon Stadium.
I'm not gonna lie.
We
I
had,
would have
we
liked
had
to
Pokemon
see
Stadium
an
Coliseum,
NES or
Stadium
SNES
2,
Pokemon
Pokemon
version.
XD.
Honestly.
But they never said, okay, we're gonna take Pokemon Emerald. That's
It looks
just
dope.
a GameCube game. It's not going to the Game Boy Advance. just something there. I would have been curious to see how that could have affected sales for their home console at the time, but I gotta admit, I'm a little, yes, even like the
what? That menu is
See,
interesting.
there's Ash.
It's cool looking.
I mean, they have
It's
all
cool.
the
I think this is
passes
one of the
right there
better
to go
ones.
through. I like
It's
how
like
there's no jumping animation.
it's more of
That's
like
supposed to be like a ledge
a
that you jump down. You just walk over.
Walk
I mean, some
over
of the Pokemon sprites look better here than they do on the game.
This is a
Boy. I
really
mean,
cool
back,
NES like
Red,
port. I'm
Blue,
not
and
gonna
Yellow,
lie to
look
you.
at those now, and some of the Pokemon there just look very weird. But here, like, I mean, Rattata's like in full color there, purple and white, and looks
I'm
a bit
sure
better. It
there
has
are
like
terrible
animation
ports
when I
out
ran
there.
into it just now.
Like Pikachu in
I
Super
almost
Mario
wonder if this
Land.
would be,
Super
if they do
Pikachu
everything
Land.
correctly, start to finish, if it ends up being a better experience. I mean, it's not gonna be better, but like a comparable experience. I don't know. If you
It
played
looks
through
cool.
this
I'm not
version
gonna lie
of
to
the
you.
game, for whatever
It's
reason on
like one
Nintendo,
of those like
let
reports
me
that's
know
like
if
actually
it
decent
actually
looking.
is complete one,
Um,
and if it's a
I do
decent
like
playthrough,
this
because
one.
Obviously,
a
I'm not
little
going to play all the
more.
way through the game here now because I'm very surprised
Sonic
at what
Frontiers,
this game
actually.
ended up
Not
being,
Sonic
and I'm
Adventure
kind of
7.
curious how it is all the way through. A quick look inside, and
Wow.
I mean, this looks like a that looks like a new PCB, new board that was put together here. You can see the flash memory or the flash chip.
I find it
here
funny
that
he
was
just
soldered down. It
I
still
mean,
kinda
you know,
has
obviously
some,
these content
some
creators
remnants of the
they buy the
flux when
thing
they
so
were
that they can
soldering it.
they can just do
Yeah,
all
this
this
looks
stuff.
like a
If they
board
really
that was
wanted
put
it, they could just
together
buy a
with,
new one.
this game
But
in mind. It reminds
my
me
man
of the
just literally
multi-part
took it
game
apart
when you
and
look through
said,
the plastic
"Here's the
and saw that.
PCB.
This
Look
looks
at it."
very,
Oh, oops! I
very
accidentally
similar
bent
to
a pin.
that board. Also, I did check this.
He's
right here,
doing
which
it.
has
He's
a
doing
lock
it.
on and they're using a pretty large chip. It's a 64 megabit.
That's funny.
So
That's
that'd
so
be
funny.
An 8 megabyte chip. And I don't know if that's because the ROM itself is pretty large or because these are more readily available and maybe cheaper.
This is a very interesting
but
chip.
This
I'm not
seems
gonna
like
lie.
the kind of chip they would use for that multi-cart game. I'm a little surprised to see them use it completely just for this one game. In our last game, we are going to the Nintendo 64 because I had to get this. It popped up for a little bit, disappeared, popped up again. Dragon Ball Kart.
What?
I'd like to think that
What?
this is kind
No
of based
way,
on the
man.
filler episode where
No,
Goku
and that's on
Piccolo learn how to
N64.
drive.
No
But
way.
we'll see. I assume this is just a Mario Kart modification that just inserts
Oh
a bunch
my
of Dragon Ball
God.
characters, but like doesn't have the expansion
Is that an
pack
expansion pack?
right here? I guess
What?
they're taking advantage of that one. But we have Goku.
I
Piccolo, Vegeta's
have
back
many
there,
questions.
Hercular, Mr. Satan. So
Number one.
we'll see how
Why?
this turns out. I do like the red though.
Number
Like,
two.
when these
Huh?
fake games at least
Number
use
three.
different cartridges
N64?
and designs. That's a lot of fun because they know they're not trying to be legit. I mean, obviously
No,
it's
they're
trying to be
not.
hard,
They're not
but
trying
you
at
might as
all.
well go to the next level with it and do something like this. This red with kind of like the sort of like the sparkle accent on it. Okay, here we go.
Man, I'm so
Nintendo
excited
logo.
because it looks
And
so
We
weird.
have
What?
Dragon Ball Kart 64. Push
No
okay.
way,
Let's see what
man.
we have
No
here. There's
way.
oh, they have GT.
That looks like a
Okay,
Gyarados.
it's
I
kinda
know
like
it's a
got that,
dragon,
the
but like
theme
it looks
like
like
that.
Gyarados.
Dragon Ball GT. There we go.
That's
Take a look at the
amazing.
characters.
Oh,
what is going on
my
with their
god.
faces?
Beerus?
Oh,
Beerus
they're
is
trying
there.
to make them, like,
Beerus is there.
Saying stuff or moving.
Yo!
It looks so.
This has more
Cell is,
characters than the Fortnite
Like, if you keep an
collab.
eye, but it only does it when I
That's
move. Like, if I don't
weird,
move,
but
oh, okay.
interesting.
Wow, that is kind of
This is
terrifying.
so-
Actually, I don't know who should it be. I feel like Goku is the obvious choice.
I can't believe Beerus is here, guys.
Beerus? No, you know what? Let's start with let's just start with Vegeta. Let's do that. There's the red ribbon
What does
cup.
the scouter say about his
Majin
power
cup,
level? We have to raise the mushroom cup
Saiyan
first.
cup. The
Oh
Ginyu
wow,
cup.
look at that red ribbon
let's start
cup,
with the-
Majin cup. That
The
they
ribbon
put a
cup.
lot
I'm
of thought
mostly
into
curious
this.
what the character looks like
Reskin.
in game. We'll probably have a bunch of other characters around.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Okay.
This
Oh,
is-
they have Master Roshi in
Master-
there. It's more of a
Master
cosmetic
Roshi.
modification. It's not necessarily change. Although
That
I guess
is
there are
great.
power-ups and stuff. I wonder if they give you like a Kamea wave or a final flash.
Wow,
they
even
did
the
to change those
items?
up.
Yo, wait,
Dragon Ball,
even
what's
the
that do?
items?
Oh, it's the star,
the
okay.
Dragon Ball is a
Sensu
star.
bean.
You got a
That's-
Sensu bean.
it's
Oh,
just- yeah, I like that they
Sensu
at least
bean is like a
tried to
mushroom.
come up with
Something
different
original,
ideas
yeah.
For that. Like, what do these power-ups do? We're not just gonna have Vegeta used like a
oh, interesting.
a red shell. We're gonna change it up, and it'll be like a
okay.
Kamea Wave or a Final Flash. Although I haven't gotten any of those yet, I need to pick one up to see what it looks
Kameha.
like. Okay, I have the Kamea Wave.
Kamea.
Let's see. We'll take.
I know
out
that's how you're
Free- ooh,
how you,
take out
some
Frieza.
people say it, but
oh,
it's a
it's like
shell.
a little Kamea Blast.
That's
it's like a little
interesting.
blue ball that you shoot at people.
Interesting.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Can I
That
get
is
the other
funny.
one?
No,
Okay,
that
okay.
you know.
I can shoot it backwards. You can
Go
shoot
for it,
backwards.
man.
All right. So this is.
I'm kind of
oh,
digging
there we
it.
go. I got 3 of them. Oh, they put like a trail. Okay, so
That's cool.
like I said, it's not
That's
like
really
reinventing
cool.
the game necessarily
That's very
for
interesting.
the tracks or the gameplay.
Whoa, what the heck
really.
is
It's cosmetic modification? And it's technically still Mario Kart at the end
Yeah,
of the day.
it
The
is Mario
controls the
Kart
same.
with
You
with
get
a
power-ups racing around.
report.
There's
It looks
battle
good.
mode.
Honestly,
Changed
like,
it up to be more Dragon Ball
original
centric. And we'll take a quick look inside this
And
cartridge
it's
as well.
going
I
to
assume it's
look
going to be the same
same
thing
build.
we've seen with the other ones where
Yeah.
so
it's the same build.
basically we're just starting to see new boards that are being designed for these modifications
That
to
is
drop on
wild,
there.
man.
The nice thing is, like
That's
with N64
wild.
for this, you don't really need a battery or any of that. So you just have your flash chips on one side, and I guess that is the nice thing.
You
is
know,
these aren't reused
I-
boards necessarily from.
If I could
other
ever get
Nintendo
my
64
hands on
games,
that
so you're
port,
not
I would
necessarily
absolutely play it
wiping
on
one
stream.
game out to make
Million
an
percent
obvious,
would do it.
modification.
Hold me-
an obvious
hold me
reproduction
to
part,
it.
And
Look at
pins
me.
would be new then.
Look.
So.
Hold me to it.
Money on a lot of these games because they're obvious ROM hacks that are just being put on cartridges. Instead, you could go out, look for the ROM hack, and just sort of try it out on your PC and see what you think. And guys, that's gonna do it here for more.
I'm not gonna go searching
fake
for it, so you
Nintendo
can't.
games that I
That,
found on
I'm not gonna
eBay.
do it.
The Pokemon NES
If
game
you
was
find
a
it,
bit
I will
interesting.
play it on
surprised me,
stream.
Certainly, I'm curious about the backstory for this one. So if you have more knowledge of it, let me know in the comments. But Dragon Ball Kart was actually a lot of fun too, even though it was just like a cosmetic modification. It was fun to see the Dragon Ball characters kind of drive around.
Yeah,
in
no,
Mario
it was
Kart.
actually
But
really cool.
let me know what you thought of these and which one was your favorite. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Awesome, Spawn Wave. Thanks. Alright, let's do one more video, and then we'll get to, we'll play some of this Fortnite. Nothing too crazy, something like 15 minutes. Next time that we do this, we'll definitely have like a kind of something ready to go of like what videos to watch. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's just do another one of these Spawn Wave videos.
So a little while ago, I did a video going over fake Nintendo games that I got from Amazon, and a lot of you seemed to really enjoy that video, so I thought I would do another one, this time ordering fake games from eBay. And I got a couple here that I thought were kind of interesting, a bit of a mix with some basically just trying to be the exact thing, and
DS.
others being full-on
Notorious.
ROM hacks, and even some of those large
ROM hacks are
compilation
cool.
cartridges.
ROM hacks
Guys,
are
if you
cool.
enjoy these videos, make sure that like button helps out a ton, and if you're new here to the Spawn Wave channel, make sure you subscribe down below. First up, we do have Pokemon Soul Silver, a counterfeit copy of it. We talked about this before in the last video, where
Now this
Pokemon
is why
games just get
the DS operator needs to be a
constantly,
thing.
at times,
because
yeah, they try to pass them off as the real thing.
Because of
I mean,
that
this should
issue,
be
exactly.
a red flag immediately when you see the price on it. Sure, if you look at the front of it itself, especially with the sticker they put on it, they did their best to recreate it and have a
It
higher
looks too
quality
real, man.
cover.
This
But
is why I
it's
can't
also
do it.
$15 on eBay.
Yeah, it does look
and
Atlantis
the
SquarePants.
legitimate
It's like that
copy
one.
is
That
much,
one.
much more expensive than that.
I
So
think it was
you
a
should start to, of
Vine.
course,
It was
question
either
that
a Vine or,
immediately.
like,
But for the most part, if you look
really
around
old
it,
YouTube
Pokemon
video.
Soul Silver, they even have like the little Nintendo kind of engraving here. So they did their best to recreate this.
Like, it's
as
scary
close as
how
possible.
almost
Let's actually
accurate
pop
it
into a
looks.
DS Lite,
And the thing
though.
is, you
does
put
come
it
up
into
as
a DS,
Pokemon
it's going to
Soul
show
Silver,
up
and you can
as
launch right
exactly
in.
as
You know,
Pokemon
I've
Soul
thought
Silver.
about getting it, either Soul Silver or Heart Gold again. They went up in price so much, and I know it's because Pokemon is really, really popular. I mean, it was always popular, but recently I know they had the anniversary going on and all of that, and that really blew it up even further. This seems to be playing like you would expect
Pretty
Soul Silver to
decently.
play. It's been a while since I've had it. I had Heart Gold back in the day, and then I traded
I also had Soul Silver. It was my favorite out of the
some
two.
Of those titles back in the day. And
I'm a
now
Lugia stan
wouldn't
all
mind
day,
going back
man.
and
Ho-Oh
picking
was
it up.
cool,
It's
but I'm
just
a Lugia stan
very,
all
very expensive,
day.
and I feel like I'd want to get it complete with the little Pokewalker thing as well in the box. I
Oh,
mean, it seems
man,
to
the
work as
Pokewalker
you'd
was so
expect,
dope.
and generally with
I wish
reproduction cards, especially for
I'm
the
pretty sure I
DS,
still
they'll
have
save
mine
and all
lying
that
around
as
somewhere.
well.
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
feel
in
like
this
they do
desk.
run
I just don't want
the
to grab
risk
it.
more so than like legitimate copy where the save data will get corrupted. I am curious though
I like
to
his shirt.
take a look inside
It's a
of this.
GameCube
So I was
shirt.
able to basically cut around and
Wow.
rip this guy open here, and I just wanted to see. What we're doing.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's gone.
you have a
That's he
glob
just
top here,
probably
you have,
can't
like,
play
your,
that ever again.
Looks like that is the main chip that you would use to house the ROM itself.
That's different. So the
I mean,
one
if
that
you
we
put
saw a
this
while
next
back that was
to
like
what a
Atlantis Square
typical DS
Pantas,
game looks
and they
like
just put a
this
little
is Mario
micro
Kart.
SD card inside
Yeah,
of it.
a little different
But
there.
it's a little
I guess the one
different,
thing that's
yeah.
unfortunate is with Super Nintendo games or N64 or any of those, you can open it up pretty easy with a screwdriver and just show, yes, this is a legitimate copy, it's not a knockoff. Unfortunately, with the DS, you typically end up doing some damage to the plastic shell just to open it up. So you're not going to do that, and these are probably much easier to pass off as legitimate copies. But I guess it is functional. I just really can't recommend it because I've seen them
Neither can I.
corrupt save data pretty consistently, that being like the counterfeit Pokemon
It's too
games.
easy.
Next up, we
Yeah,
do
it's
another
too easy
counterfeit
to, like,
Pokemon game. That being a bit
like,
more
get-
obvious, though. You can
I don't
see
know,
it
for
is
the thing to
Pokemon
break.
Crystal looks way different than what Pokemon Crystal normally would look like, where it's in like the Game Boy Color cartridge and it's a different type of blue. This one you can even see completely through it and see that the board is like a half board.
I saw a
it's also
meme
not
the other
using
day
the
that said
Gambit screw, it's using like a tri-wing
the
screw. So
color
this
that
one,
Pokemon Crystal
I mean, it's a
design
bit
for
more
the
obvious
for
that
the
it is a
cartridge was like
knockoff
peak
game.
cartridge
This one also
design.
fires right up as you expect. Pokemon Crystal version
and
doesn't seem to have any real issues.
like because
Let
it
me
was
go
like
through and see if
the
it does have a problem
ultimate
saving, though. All right, so I
like
saved, turned off
game
the Game Boy,
cartridge.
took the cartridge
They
out
said
of
we've
the
been
Game
in
Boy,
hell ever since.
and
But I
now we're gonna
would
see if the
digress and
save
say
game
that
is still there.
everything up to Emerald
is.
was pretty nice.
And it's still holding
After
the
that, it's
time
just
that
kind
they
of
have
whack.
for this one. I am curious what the board looks like. I mean, we can see it's a half board from
I
here,
like
but
the Emerald
front
cartridge,
sticker
although it's
is
also
kind of
really
covering
easy
up
to tell
the
what,
opposite
but,
side,
like
which, by the
it's
way,
really
this
hard
is
to
funny
tell
because it
like,
has, like, Nintendo's
on
seal
just
of
by
quality.
looking
That
like
is
if you
completely
were to look
blurry
from a
with this-
distance
with
what's
this
leaf green
label.
and what's emerald
So
because
even
the
that
shade of
is,
green's a
pretty
little
suspect
similar.
mealy. And
But
it
obviously you
doesn't
put
have,
it
like,
right
a
up to your
battery in
face.
here.
You're like, okay,
It looks
that's
like, I mean,
that's
before they
leaf
used
green.
to. I know with some of these older like older titles that they had on like Game Boy.
Man, that's not
years and
even
years
what
ago,
a
battery.
Game Boy
This one
Color
looks like they're just using like the glob top
chip
here, and
looks
I
like.
guess
They're
just
a little
saving
wider, a little taller.
everything to the
I'm not gonna
to the
open one
ROM
up, but,
itself here. That's interesting. See, because it didn't have an issue saving, and it also
I have
had the clock functionality working. So it's interesting. There's no battery in there, but maybe they managed to figure out not having to use one, which
This
probably
one
saves
is
them
Harry
money
Potter
in
and
the
the
long run.
Sorcerer's
Although
Stone.
once again, I have always been concerned
Just-
around
you could
these
just
when
see
comes
it
to
already that like
corrupting
the
save
chip
data,
is like
but
way
I
bigger
don't know, maybe they're
on
just
there.
finding solutions
It's
for
huge.
some of these issues
That's
with these
not.
counterfeit
That's
games.
not.
I'm
Doesn't
sure
even
it's-
look like it,
technology's
man.
gotten better as they've gone along and it's continued to evolve. I mean, I'm sure there's a pretty good
anyone
market
else
for
is
this
curious
stuff
what else
on
I-
eBay or Amazon.
got,
Considering what prices of some of these games have gotten to, there are
Monsters,
probably people
Inc.
who
game.
even they understand it's not the real thing, but it's like, oh, I can save like 80% buying that
Championship
version of Soul
Motocross
Silver or this copy of Crystal.
2001.
All right, we're sticking with the handheld scene for
And
one more
Super
game
Mario
because
Advance.
last time I had that compilation cartridge for the Super Nintendo. It only had like 100 games though. How about 500 games? Yeah, this is 500 in
500
one.
games
In fact,
in
it's so many
one!
games. They attempted to put them all in the back, and the
I could
resolution
believe
is
that it
so
actually
poor.
has all
I
those
can't
games
read
on it,
Like,
but
it
I
is-
I
it
wouldn't
is
be able to read
bad.
that at
I mean,
all.
this seriously just looks
Welcome
like
to the stream,
lines,
Eric.
and
How's it
it's
going?
supposed to be all of the games listed on the back here. To be fair, though,
I used to have
it does
one
look
of these
they
like little
printed out
cartridges
on
for the
some
DS. It had
pretty
Super Mario
cheap,
64
like,
on it.
office paper and just sort of jammed
and like
in
3
there
other
on,
games. I
like,
think
one of the
Crash
worst
Mind Over
printers
Mutants
ever.
was on it
Let's see what we have
too.
going on here. We have one cartridge.
But
Weird, they put it in this
I think one of the
plastic,
Nintendo games
like,
is on it.
casing.
I really
They
wanted
didn't
it just
bother to
for
stick it
Super
in
Mario
here. It
64 because I
feels
lost
like a
that
waste
game.
of this plastic
I'll probably
casing.
eventually get it
They
again
could've just
for
stuck it-
DS.
Maybe they figured
But,
if it's in
Super
shipping,
Mario
it'll get
64
thrown around
DS
anyway
was
and
my
pop out. I mean,
favorite
look at the front here. They
DS
have like
game.
Ninja Gaiden. They have Crash. They have Naruto.
Especially launch title.
Dragon
Close to
Ball
launch.
Z. see. It does look like they at least have some pretty popular games on here just from the front. Well, after taking out that plastic casing, this makes a lot more sense. It has an SD card in it. Which
Yeah,
tells
there
me
he
this
goes.
is
There's the
basically
S.
like an
That's the
R4
thing with the
card
SD
or
card in
Ace
it.
card
That's
or
hilarious.
Whatever brands we had out
The
there.
Atlantis Square
even
Pantis
now,
thing.
But before, this would be very popular. You get like an R4 card, drop an SD card in there.
That
and load
is
a bunch
what
of
the
ROMs,
R4
and
used
I
to
feel like
be,
that's
yeah.
what they've done here. They put a label and a box art.
It was
and all
back
of that,
then.
kinda dress
It used to
up
be
some.
really
So it
hard
comes
to
up
get an
as
R4. They used to sell those.
SpongeBob's Atlantis
There it is.
Square
Wait,
Pantis
there it is.
from PS2. Anyway,
Wait,
watch it. It comes with Ace 3DS Plus. So
Wait, there it
I
is.
figured it was
Wait,
just like an
it's
R4
right
or
there.
an SD card loader, essentially. And they just loaded a bunch of DS games on there. They just go to NDS
Bazinga,
in the
everyone.
menu and
Ah,
get an SD
lovely.
card and,
Lovely.
yeah.
Thank you.
Basically, they're
Thank
just
you.
selling ROMs on
That is awesome.
eBay. Although I feel like this is pretty common
that
because I
is
see
great.
these everywhere, and
That was
I
great.
guess it's profitable for them to get these cards made
right,
in
the
bulk.
R4
Put
was
a,
really
I mean,
hard to get
really
back in the
cheap
day.
SD
It was
card
like
in there,
$80 to
and
get
just
one.
Copy and
And
paste
I think I'm
ROM
not
files
sure
from
like
their
if you had to
computer.
like
Also,
had
they
to
really did stop at
completely
exactly
like hack your
500
DS.
games.
I really
No
don't
more.
know how they
About
worked. I never had
501 or
one.
502
I didn't really
hit down,
care to have
goes
one
right
back
to the
then.
top. Anyway, you just pick a game, it'll load it
The
up.
first
and then
console I
it'll-
ever
it'll
like
start
had
up as
hacked
you'd
was
expect
my PSP.
a regular DS game to start. You can save and all that.
Wow,
in here,
Crash
and
of the
then
Titans.
You can turn it off and power it back on. So
The only thing that
unfortunately,
sucks about
not-
these games is that you
not
can't
much
play local
in
on
terms
them.
of
For
a
the most part, you
groundbreaking
can't play
idea
local.
or method to get
So
500
like,
games onto
I
a
had
DS.
Super
I mean, the
Mario
plastic on the
64
front
DS.
is barely on there. It just pops right out and this falls off.
And
there you have
on
it.
that
So I
5
think
and
it's pretty
1,
obvious. You could just
and every
cut
time
out
I
the
tried to
middleman
connect
here
to
and get
somebody
your
else
own
so we could play
R4
that
card or whatever. It's always very
mini
popular
game,
to do,
it just
and
would
you
never
load up
work.
any
So
backups
obviously
or
because it was a
things you have
ROM
onto
and it's
your
like
SD
not
card and
real.
pop 'em in. But yeah, these
I'm like 90% sure I still have
games that
it.
they have
Oh,
on
it had
eBay
Diner
or
Dash
Amazon
on
for
it
the
too.
DS
There we go.
Are basically just dressed up R4 cards with some box art. Now let's switch over to
God,
the
that's
console
so
side
funny.
of things. As I
It's
did
so
get a
funny
Nintendo
that it's
64
Atlantis
and a
Square Pantis.
Super Nintendo game. They're both technically ROM hacks, although one is kind of a ROM hack and translation. This one, however, is pretty straightforward. Yeah, Nintendo didn't put Mario characters in
GoldenEye with Mario.
This is a modification that's
What is
been
that
around
with
for
Mario
a long
characters?
time,
It literally
where they
just
did
like
that. They essentially
it could have
went
been
in,
written
the
in
GoldenEye
Comic
characters they
Sans,
replaced with
and it just
different
says
characters from the
GoldenEye
Mushroom
with
Kingdom.
Mario
The thing I like about
characters.
this, though,
That's all it could have been.
is
That's
the
all it
cartridge
needed to have been.
itself. I really like this red.
That's so funny.
With kind of like this sparkle effect to it all the way around. They even did like the game pack sticker on the back here with the front label being all custom and everything. Let's see what we have going on in here. And yeah, it's not even like necessarily painted on the outside because it's the same
I like
inside.
the cover
I
though.
guess they
That's
just
cool.
had access to different shelves.
Not
that they
not
could
the sticker. The
drop
sticker's
it onto.
creative,
Yeah,
but
very
not too
similar to
creative.
the
It's just
other
creative.
N64 game
And
we
the
checked
color
out
of the
here
actual
in the
cartridge
last
is actually
video.
kind of too.
Actually looks almost like the exact same setup that we had there. Okay, here we go. This is
Rareware.
Mario in GoldenEye. Not really sure what to expect here other than just that we're going to have models changed out. I was curious about the intro.
Oh my
they
god! This is so
here,
ridiculous. This
which
looks
I guess
so
if they just
wild.
replace,
It just looks so awkward.
Character model with Mario everywhere you'd expect to see.
The way that he just strolls
007,
onto
you
the
just see
screen
Mario.
is just
there it is.
so wild to
I guess
me.
they'll go through all the different characters.
You
We
expect
have Mario,
James?
We got
Oh
Princess
my
Peach,
god!
Luigi, 002,
Super
Princess
Luigi.
Daisy they even put in here. Bowser. Okay, so here we go. First mission. They have a red shell Koopa down
Wow,
there.
Mario in the
I think that's who
USSR.
you end up shooting and fighting against mostly in this game. Yeah, a different Koopa Troopers here,
my
which is
god,
I mean,
this
that's
is
again
wild, man.
an interesting idea, I guess. Oh yeah, that's definitely GoldenEye. That's the
Oh
10
my
frames per
God.
second we all.
I don't know how I feel
like we
about
know
the
and
fact
love.
that this man is like this man is pretty
it's
much
hard to see in the
Mario
distance, but yeah,
and
those are definitely
shooting these
very large
Koopas in the head like that. Come on,
red
it's
shell
it's,
Koopa Troopers. They
it's
have, like,
funny.
sunglasses
It's
on.
funny
You get really
though.
close to 'em.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's got like the
They got-
smile going on. Ooh.
They got sunglasses
Take
on
'em out.
too. That's dope. What kind of
Okay, we got the
Ray-Bans
sniper
those? I want
rifle so we
those.
can snipe out some.
My
of these,
man has a sniper. Mario with a sniper.
snipe out some of these Koopas here. Got
No
him.
way.
See, this is actually
No
easier because their
way.
heads are so large. Like I assume the hitboxes match that. I don't know because
Great.
that was really easy to just take them out like that. I mean, it really is
Yeah.
that simple. They just took Mario characters and put them into GoldenEye, so the game isn't like dramatically different or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like a different experience because you have these massive red shell
Koopas?
turtles that you're
Oh
shooting
my
instead,
God.
but you're not getting like a brand new gameplay experience. Oh, they changed his character model for when you go into the watch for the start menu.
That's so funny.
And his arm is like unnerving.
look at it.
That's just really
Look at his
weird for some
arm. It's
reason
like
to see
it's like
his-
Wilt's
like
arm from
Mario's
Foster's
arm like that.
Home.
And then finally, this is one that I've actually seen before.
That's
I've even
interesting.
played it because for a while there, you'd see reproduction carts floating all over the place, and we had some
Just
fun
wow.
making them back in
I
the
wanna
day,
see more
and
of
This
that.
is one that was requested quite a bit because it is a game that Nintendo made available at certain times
BS?
of the day
Does
in
that
a
say
certain
BS?
region. A game that they did through
Does
the
that say
Satellaview
BS?
that kind of played off of the original
Legend of Zelda
with
BS?
different characters and even different maps. And this one was pretty cool because it has like a full box that comes with it. It's even like sealed completely in plastic here, which will open
It
up.
does
All right,
say
there we go.
BS.
Plastic is off.
The
This
Legend
one
of
I
Zelda
found on
bullshit.
eBay, and it says from,
What the
I guess,
heck?
Immortal Gems up here. Now these box arts at times
Oh,
are
that's
custom
wild
done
to me,
by,
man.
I guess, the people who make the
That's
cartridges
wild.
and all that as well, the reproduction carts. Other times I think it's just like or box arts that's been floating around for a while and they just repurpose and print out. But on the back here it says BS The Legend of Zelda was an expanded version of Legend of Zelda that was released for the Satellaview attachment of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in Japan.
Wow,
BS stands for
I get it now. Broadcast
Satellaview, and the
Satellaview.
Satellaview unit is
But like
commonly
that
referred to as
aged
the
like
BSX,
milk.
using this add-on gamers
The
could
whole
download
BS
the game
thing.
from the
Welcome to
satellite
Legend
and
of Zelda
save it onto
BS.
either the base unit's memory or onto a BSX special broadcast cassette. I do like the setup of the box art though. We got the couple of different screenshots here,
Wow.
the description.
That's
We have
interesting.
markings on all sides of it. So no matter, I guess, how you put it in on your shelf, you'll at least be able to see the logos. And we open it up here. Oh, I like
Wow.
the cartridge. It's a different
Cartridge
color,
is a
and
cool
I think
color.
there's so
There's
I don't think
a
it's
poster?
a manual. It looks like it's a poster that they did for it. See, that's a nice touch to kind of
Oh.
include something like that. At times, you'll get manuals.
It just looks
with these
so
things,
weird with the
depending
whole
on, I
BS
guess, who
thing
makes
on
them.
it.
But remember, they
I
have to go through and
can't,
make
man.
the
I
entire
really
manual
can't.
then.
I
So
like
it's
the
a
poster, but
like this
like the
is
back end is
double-sided.
probably a little.
It's pretty cool. They
It's
put
actually really
another
cool.
like plastic protector over.
That's
So we
nice.
had one over.
They really put a lot of
the
thought
box.
into some of these
the
games,
box was
man.
also sealed, and then we have plastic over this. So, I mean, they went above and beyond when it came to trying to, I guess, just protect this in shipping. Take that out of there, and it's supposed to be like a kind of like a gold or bronze color to it. The label looks pretty good. Typically, how these would get done, depending on how, I guess, DIY you'll go with it. They might be done on like photo paper, and then you go to laminate with a very thin laminate, and then you just glue it down. Other times, people would actually get the stickers done by like larger office companies that will typically do like labels and stuff
Good for you,
different
though.
corporations.
Good for you.
I've seen it done either way, but I do like when they do the backing as well, because sometimes you just have this blank and it just looks empty then. But no, they actually did the back here. They did the full label. I don't see any peeling at the top or any kind of residue from the glue. Also, I like when they decide to just make the cartridge a completely different color, because it tells you they're not trying to pass this off as like a legitimate game or anything. I mean, the cartridge different color. It's a game that's never released technically physically
I'm about
on the
to
system,
post
because
on
the
Instagram
broadcast
real
to
quick.
Teleview was an interesting idea. We make fun of Nintendo because of them being pretty bad at online play, but they had the idea to have basically internet for the Super Famicom, and they would even stream games to it. Things like this base Satellaview Legend of Zelda or BSX Zelda would have different blocks of time. I think it was like an hour or so a week where you could play, and different events would take place in the game, and it would actually change week to week. Anyway, with the two screws out, we can pop this open real quick. We do have a new battery here, and I guess the good thing is they're using new boards, so they're not destroying like old boards or old games in order to create these. That's sort of what a lot of us were doing back in the day when we would make different reproduction carts and like ROM hacks and stuff. We'd have to take an old board and just destroy it. Usually it was like Madden or different sports titles where there's just so many of them on store shelves, but still, you would have to ruin a game. This is a newer board. They're from retrocircuits.com, and it looks like they're using an M27C322. I think that's a 4 megabyte chip. It's 32 megabits. And this game was like 2 megabytes, so the chip itself is a little larger than what they needed, but it is probably a cheaper, I would say probably a cheaper chip to use, and then in collaboration with this board, it gives a pretty solid, cartridge that time. You don't have like a T-SOP or anything with a bunch of solder connections that could go loose. This is a pretty solid reproduction cart. Does look like things have gotten a lot easier since I remember making different reproduction carts with these newer boards. Almost like things just kind of drop in now compared to having to run wires all over the place. Okay, so here we are in the
Cool.
BS, The Legend
Gotta
of
love that.
Zelda. And as you can see, it is technically based on the original Legend of Zelda game from the NES. Visually, it does look better on the Super Nintendo here, or the Super Famicom technically, but it did run through the Satellaview, so every week there would be different events or new things happening in the game. And yeah,
I don't
Nintendo
really know
kinda had
much
their
about
own
the
live
Satellaview,
service
so that
back
might
in
be my next research item.
1995 with this Super Famicom add-on. They have a couple characters you can pick from here. They have what looks basically like Link. They have a girl, and they have a boy who has a baseball cap on, I guess. Let me just do...
yes.
They have
Ness
map 1
in The
or
Legend
map
of Zelda
2. I think they actually
BS.
split it like vertically.
Broadcast to
if I'm remembering
Satellaview,
correctly.
not bullshit.
Let's go into map 2. So I mean, you could see it visually. It does look
That's hilarious.
better than what the 8-bit counterpart looks like on the NES. There we go. I got my sword.
It's dangerous to go
And,
alone. Take
I mean,
this. That's cool.
It's The Legend of Zelda. You
It
essentially
still
would just
keeps
run around,
everything. Yeah.
and just kind of explore the map. You do have that counter on the side there, and I never really got super into this game. I mean, I've played it before, but I didn't like go all the way through it or anything.
Yeah, I've
and it
never
was
played
always
the
interesting to
entire
me,
full
the fact that
Zelda.
you have like a,
But
a
yeah,
certain
those graphics
time
are
that
really
you'd be
nice
following
looking,
as
though.
events would take place. There's a little map at the top to make it a bit easier. Unfortunately, though, they don't have obviously landmarks or anything there. So I can't exactly say how different the map is that I chose here from the NES map. I guess if you're someone who's played through the original Legend of Zelda game several times and maybe you want something a little different, but still in that kind of that setup, this isn't a bad thing to check out here. I haven't spent a ton of time with this game on the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom through the Satellaview without the online that they had set up before, so I don't really know how this will actually
I
react
probably
as you
will,
go along.
honestly. I probably will
But
play
it's
this game
just an
at
interesting
some point.
concept that Nintendo
I know that some
had
people
here,
can speedrun
and
it,
unfortunately,
and
it was never fully realized. They even had the idea to take it to the Nintendo 64.
I just don't
but
think I'd do it.
Once again, they decided to cut that down pretty quick with that N64 DD. So who knows what Nintendo would have come up with if this, for example,
one day I'll play
went
it.
global
Looks
and went to like the States. or
I'll
other
play
parts
through
the
all of it.
world.
I have played the
Although
original
I think it might have been a bit
Legend of
harder
Zelda,
to
but
schedule things out with different
I have
time
not
zones
never
and
finished it.
the way that they had this set up on a weekly time period, but it would have been really cool to see them try. There's also another one that I think was a bit more advanced. It was Legend of Zelda, the Ancient Stone Tablets, and that one, from what I remember, played off of A Link to the Past, and they went full on with that game when it came to like scheduling and different parts of the game unlocking over time. It's one that I've always wanted to kind of get and add to the collection with like a box and all of this to make it look nice. So maybe I'll look into that one next. It's also interesting to see how people put that together because technically it needs 4 different ROMs, I believe, loaded on.
Four
so trying to figure out how to get that on a
ROMs?
Super Nintendo board was always a whole
Wow.
thing. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it here for Fake Games that
I
I
still
got
like
off
that
of eBay
that cartridge.
for the Super Nintendo,
That cartridge
the
is
DS,
cool.
the Game Boy, and the Nintendo 64.
The GoldenEye was
I
it was
talked a lot
interesting.
about
I
the
thought that was
Satellaview in
it's
this
funny.
video,
It's
and
a good joke.
I thought about maybe doing a more dedicated video to that down the road where I actually get a hold of one, we open it up and check it out and everything. So let me know if you'd like to see that, but also let me know what you think about some of these different counterfeit game pickups, some of these ROM hacks. There's always some interesting stuff out there to check out. So if you guys like these videos and me just randomly picking these up off of Amazon, eBay, and other places,
I would love
let me know
to,
and I'll do more of
just,
them. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next
do
time.
a bunch of those. Thank you, Spawnwave. All right, so we are all good on reacting now. Let's go ahead and just let's load up Fortnite. Turn the music back on. All right. Make sure you guys go follow my Twitter, follow my Instagram. It's Royal Lorenzo TTV. It's really cool. Please go take a look at it. Also, please follow my Twitter, follow my YouTube. It's Royal Lorenzo. We're about to start playing some Fortnite. I can't wait to kind of go through this. Let's see if we can optimize this to actually show up. There we go. Alright, let me just downsize that screen. and bring it to the back. Alright, and also just to let everybody know, I've disabled all the licensed music, which sucks because I really like some of the licensed music, but I do not want to get DMCA this early in my streaming career. So, if anybody would love to, I'll be playing the stream music as I'm playing. Call out if the music's too loud or if I'm too loud. I'm gonna go ahead and do another audio output so you guys can hear the game as well. Oh, actually, I just realized I don't need to put another audio output. You guys can hear this in the game. Alright, guys. I am Fortnite crew, so, I get some real... Oh, this is a really cool skin. I'm gonna equip this song right now so that I can listen to this. Let me check the chat really quick. Oh, guys! That's awesome! So there's going to be a new episode of the Inkling Brothers podcast coming out really soon, likely coming out this weekend, so make sure you take a look at the Inkling Brothers channel or the Ramen Pack channel. The podcast will be available there. I think it's about 2-3 hours. We discuss a couple movies that we saw back at the beginning of the summer, but we're going to be hopping back into podcasting very soon. I can't wait for it. But please make sure you go check out that podcasting. Make sure you go check out us. We're really cool. I promise we're really nice. So go ahead and take a look. Episode number 38 coming out this weekend. On that note, everybody. So we're going to play solo queue. I'm just going to change the title of the stream. Can I do that here? Can I do that here? Where is it? There we go. Alright, we're gonna change the game to Fortnite. Oh, I was gonna write Boyard. Fortnite. Awesome. Alright. We are now follow solo queue. Let's do it, guys. Play some Fortnite. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. I'm really having a good time. I didn't even know that a whole hour and a half has passed already since we started. So, if you guys really like the content, I'm really liking the content, and I'm enjoying it. What's in the item shop? I have to check the item shop. Oh, the free stuff. Let me grab the... Oh, I can't grab the free stuff! Right when I was about to grab the free stuff. It's alright, I'll grab it after. It's free anyway. There's some free cosmetics if you guys like Fortnite. Epic, please sponsor me. Alright, I hope you don't run like trash, because I would hate that. Oh, did I turn on motion blur? Oh, that's gonna suck, man. Well, let me turn off the motion blur. I'm gonna run everything on, like, medium settings. So motion blur off, and we're gonna run it 60 frames this time. Alright. New music, guys. Love that. Alright, let's see. Where are we dropping? Where are we dropping? Where are we dropping? Alright, so, I don't usually drop it tilted, but we might as well start in, like, the most chaotic place on the Fortnite island, right? By the way, the Fortnite Dragon Ball collab was one of the best collabs I've ever seen on Fortnite. And there were a lot of really good ones, like the Star Wars collab was pretty decent. All of the Star Wars collabs are really good. The Marvel season I heard was also pretty decent, so... Alright. Do I not have sounds enabled right now? Oh, nice. Rare chest. Oh, you gotta love that, man. Oh, God. You know, I said to myself, I'm probably gonna get one of these on stream. Alright, let's see. Do not need 2 of those. Take that for now. Am I being shot? Oh, I hear someone. Oh, I like that gun better. Oh, there they are. Let's see. What the hell is going on outside, man? I'm not. Oh, well, that's fine. Ah, ha, ha. Oh my God, man! Stop it! It's not fun. It's not fun. I don't appreciate it. Clip captured? I didn't ask to capture a clip. Is there anything I can take from this guy? No? Alright, well, I'm hiding. Oh. Is that... Oh, that's just NPCs. I love those guys. They're just trying to have a good time, you know? And they're really cool. I dig it. Yes, by the way, for everyone realizing, I do play no build mode and no build mode only these days. I don't like the build mode unless I have to do it for a quest. I don't know. It's just me. I wasn't. Ooh, new follower? Who did we get? Thanks for the follow, Year X. Really appreciate it. Who's coming? Who's here? Who's here? Oh, they're on a boar. Oh man! Oh, they're there! There they are! Am I just really bad at? Oh no! No! You know, it takes some getting used to, guys. But I placed the meaning of life. But yeah, I do love no build mode a lot more than the regular build mode. It gives me a chance to really just show the whole point of like playing a game like this. It's just, you know, you run around, you compete with other players, and that's it. The whole building thing, I feel like it's just, it's for people who, you know, are a little more experienced with the game. You know, so they want to have that experience there. Alright. Next game, next game, next game! Like I said, guys, I usually play on a PlayStation, so I'm a little more used to those controls. I know I could just go and grab my controller and play the same way, but it's fine. I like a mouse better because it gives me a little more stability, anyways. I don't like snipers, by the way, guys. I'm not a big fan of the sniper, but I will play a DMR if you give it to me because I like the DMR. It's a lot faster to use. I'm just not good at aiming down sights like that. Oh, dude, I would so love to play Apex, too. I love Apex. Alright. Go. This is going great. Alright, where are we dropping? Let's go to Coney Island. Love Coney Island. Coney Island it is! Let's go to Coney Island! Make sure you guys go follow my Instagram and Twitter. I know I've been saying it a bunch, but yeah, make sure you go follow my Twitter and my Instagram. It tells you guys exactly when I'm going to be live. I'm really digging this music. That's awesome. $2 just tipped $2. Wow! Thanks for the $2, $2. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the tip, man. Oh, that's dope. Thanks for the $2. What we can get. Oh, footsteps. Oh, it's Peely! It's Peely! It's the frozen version of Peely! Oh, man, I can't do this. Sometimes I just can't. Oh. Clip captured. I don't know why. Why did... You know, I just decided to go all the way to Coney Island, so this was my fault. Oh! Didn't even see you, man! Oh, wow, alright. Please don't... Poggers, man. Super poggers. Thanks so much for the tip, $2. Alright. Ready up. I'm gonna follow my gut this time, and I'm going to just go on the edge of the circle like I usually do, and then just make my way towards it. That's all. Like, if you're ever playing solo or you're ever playing competitive, unless you want to get straight to the action, it's always better to go in the back. I love this. Oh, look! I got the Naruto tomato head pizza thing. That's really cool. Some rough games today, but don't worry, guys. I think we'll be okay. Let's see. Where are we going? What are chalkers? Aim wildlife in a single match. 3 wildlife. No, that's right in my pathway. I don't think that's cool. All right, I'm feeling all charged up. Let's see. Oh, oops. I'm using the wrong buttons for building. I'm trying to see which one is my emote button. Oh, nope, that's not it. There we go. There we go. Changed it to evolved Vegeta. guys, we're going to Chonkers Speedway. We're as close to Chonkers as we can get. I was a little low. Now, if anyone's wondering the shirt I'm wearing an Ebico shirt, so please go follow Ebico US on Instagram. They make some really good content made by iGumdrop and her viewers. And it's actually really cool and very cute. It says mask on and mask off. It's really cute. Really deep. And it's super comfortable. I love these shirts, man. I have two of the Ebico shirts, and they're so comfy. So good to wear on, when you're, like, you know, just lounging around. Oh, somebody's gliding still over there. No! Oh. Oh my god, how did I survive that? No way! How the hell did... No! No way. Alright, well, we're at Chonkers now. I'm gonna bounce you back to level 1. Someone was just here. Why do you keep capturing clips, my dude? I'm not asking you to capture clips. You know, actually, that could be good for content later. So I'm not complaining. Oh, he has a... Ooh. God, I love this game. But sometimes I say I hate it. Nope, freaking hate it. Goes there, and that takes that. I tell Ray every time I play this game that I hate this game, and the only reason I say that is because I mean, there's some really interesting moments that happen in this game that I'm just like, no way that somebody's actually doing that, you know? Nope, they do it. People like, you know, people are Captain America and somebody's Batman and then somebody is Goku and the other's Naruto, and they can all be on the same team and then they could fight Darth Vader. Like, I never thought I would ever say that in a sentence, and then all of a sudden at the end they're sniped by fucking Frankenstein. No way. No shot. But at the same time, you love this content because it's fun and it, like, Vegeta just killed Captain America. Like, I mean, you'll never be able to say that with any other game. Unless you mod the shit out of, like, Shin Budokai or something like that. Level up, 153. That normally should hurt because that's barbed wire. This music's great. I'm glad I chose this soundtrack. This playlist. If anybody wants it, let me know. Very good for streaming. I'll probably choose another one next time, depending on if I actually manage to get through this entire thing. And the VOD will be available to... Oh. The VOD will be available for everybody to watch eventually on the Royal Lorenzo channel. YouTube channel. And we'll take some cool moments and put up on the TikTok and the Instagram for everyone to see. Once again, everyone, please go ahead, follow Twitter, follow the Instagram at Royal Lorenzo, and Royal Lorenzo TTV on Instagram. You guys can follow kind of when I'm going to be streaming, and I'll make some quick announcements. Sometimes I might even just stream live. I'm going to try to keep it as consistent as possible. Also, make sure you drop a follow if you're watching, first-time watcher, first-time follower of this stream. Make sure you watch. You go ahead and follow Royal Lorenzo. I'm not actually sure if you can subscribe, but if you can subscribe, it'd be really cool. Use Twitch Primes. I do accept that. But also no pressure. I'm just doing this for fun at the end of the day, so. Yep, I'm gonna do it. That's Vegeta against a Vegeta! Clip captured. I really hope this doesn't take too much space up on my computer. I'm gonna literally throw my computer out the window if that happens. I just go back to my computer and it's like 3.96 terabytes used. What's with all this fog, man? I can't see a single thing. I might stick with the 2-shot right now. If that's a prime shot, then I'll probably switch to that. But if not, I'll stick to a 2-shot. Vegeta loves to steal stuff out of cash registers. Alright, guess it just does not want to catch fire. Oh, Optimus Prime just ran away. You're right. Everyone gotta get paid somehow, so. Oh, is this Zelda? Oh, that's a dope remix. What is it? It's called Triforce. How fitting. That's a dope remix. Nintendo, please don't strike me. I'm listening to a playlist that says, you know, Twitch free, you know, DMCA free, so please, you know, I'm trying my hardest. I just started streaming. Alright, we are in the top 15 right now. Told you guys, I told you. You start at the rim, and then you just make your way in. That's the way it works. Heyo. I'm sorry. Had to. If I didn't say it, somebody else would have. It probably would have been somebody that's in the chat. Probably not me, though. If I didn't do it. Oh, is that another Kamehameha? It is another Oh, somebody got yeeted here, man. I really don't want that sniper. Just sometimes... Where is he? Where is he? They're close by. Or here somewhere. No! I heard him too. I heard him. Oh, we placed 10th, guys. Not bad. All right. He's using my Kamehameha. I heard him too. I heard him. What's playing right now? Friendship from Delta Urinate. Wow, look at that. Or for others, some people like to say Delta Room, but I'm pretty sure it's Delta Urinate. I don't know. I could be wrong. The last time I said something like that, it was Loon Rock. Yeah, Delta Rune, see? I told you! I said Delta Urinate. Look at me. I'm like, it's literally a Loon Rock moment. Loon Rock! Loon Rock. Alright, where are we dropping? Alright, now I'm actually gonna go to this dude. Yeah, I've been looking for a DMR this entire time. I couldn't find one. This is a great song. This sounds like a Power Rangers song every time I get like start. It sounds like something straight out of Power Rangers. Not the song that's playing in the background, but the one that plays as soon as you get on the battle bus. Imagine. That would actually be really cool. I feel like it could happen. Power Rangers X Fortnite. Epic, if you're listening. I never watched any of the full, like, you know, Power Ranger stuff. Make it happen, though. I will play as a Power Ranger one day. And then you got Power Rangers versus Kratos versus Vegeta versus Rey from Star Wars. Who else? Peter Griffin and Rick and Morty. This is why I hate this game, but also I love this game. What time is it? 8:43. Not bad. I am on the East Coast, everybody. SpongeBob, Mortal Kombat. Alright, I gotta talk to this dude, I think. Hey.
Apparently the order hasn't been here in weeks. Find a sentry who can pinpoint her last known location.
Alright. Svenja. Where's the next one? Oh, wow, that's horrible. They're asking me to go to the other side of the map. Alright, well, I'll loot. I hate this gun. Let me guess. I can't get in because I need a second body, right? Yep. Alright, let's see. What can I loot from this area? so that I can make my way around town. Making my way downtown. I just now imagine Vegeta singing this as he's like just chilling. Kind of like what I'm doing, just chilling. That's all I can think about is Vegeta singing 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. Making my way downtown, walking fast. Alright, let's see. Thank God no one heard that. One day if I ever meet Chris Sabat, I want him to do that. I'm at the raid cave? Oh, that is the raid cave. Oh, neat. Do I have any quests left? There's no way I'm making it to the other side. This is the moment where I would usually be the one to say not with that attitude. But that's a little. I mean, it's not too far out of the circle. It's just on the other side of the circle that I just storm. Sorry. That I just don't feel like it. Alright. I need some shield. Somebody landing around here? Button for loading again? Oh, there we go. I didn't even need it, but I'm like, hold on to it for now. Hey, how's it going, Cuddle Team? Hello? Hello? Where? Is that me? I didn't shoot anything. Or anyone. Where is it? Alright, well. So if I want my best chances at going, I better go now. This is called Trick or Treat. Really good. Also, I did want to tell everybody, for the entire month of October, I will be playing, you know, some scary games. So, you know, if you guys like to see me suffer, that's cool. That'd be cool for you. So, you know, before anybody asks, no, I'm not playing Five Nights at Freddy's. It's not happening. Not because I don't want to. It's just because I've already played through it that I'm just like, no. And not like super, like, to the point where I might have like an anxiety attack, but you guys will see my heart rate. I'm gonna get one of those little heart rate monitors and like have it kind of connected to the screen so you guys can see my heart rate live as we play. Maybe I might turn off the lights. We'll see. No! We're not doing security breach. We're not doing security breach. Somebody is right there. Right there. Oh, I didn't even notice. Alright, I'm getting on his back. Go, go, go! Hello? Unbound? What does unbound mean? Oh my god. What does unbound mean? Hello? What does unbound mean? This is wrong, man. This is wrong. This is just wrong. I don't know what's going on. Fuck it, I'm getting here. Left shoes. I guess I didn't put a button to it. Oops. Maybe that's what it meant by unbounded. Alright. Well, we're in the circle. Can I make it to? No, I can't. I definitely can't make it now. Let the games begin. This sounds like something straight out of Sonic, Sonic and Mario at the Winter or at any of the Olympic Games. Take the chug splashers. Is there anything here that I can use though? Is it already been looted to hell and back? Probably. I like that gun better. Some wolves and some fog. Where's Pyramid Head? Alright. Oh, fog's did the fog clear up? Damn, I just said Pyramid Head and all the fog went away. Even the fog was scared of Pyramid Head. Oops. Pyramid Head scared of Vegeta. I've only got one kill this entire game. But I'm not complaining. Oh, there they are. Someone just got murdered. Ah, I placed lucky number 13. Aim was pretty interesting. The aim was pretty good. Speaking of aim, I don't even remember what my aim username was back in the day, but I know that I do remember that I did get aim kind of at the end of its lifespan. I think it was 2010. I got aim in 2010. I don't even remember my name. It definitely was not Royal Lorenzo, and it definitely was not any of the things that I used to use. But I used to use aim just because I wanted to be the cool kid. And then I had my own. Oh, and I remember the name now, but I'm not gonna tell you just in case you guys find me. But it was. It was Larry something, that's all I'll say. And that was when I wanted to not be seen by any of my family members that I had an AIM and that I had my own email. And it was Larry something. And I had my own email, which I would use. I think I used it for a couple of those like websites like IMBU and stuff like that. That was fun. I wish I could, you know, I heard you can actually play Club Penguin on this right now, in IRL. Not IRL, but like on online. You can play Club Penguin, but it's like a fan-made version of Club Penguin. So who knows, maybe one day on stream we'll check that out. For anyone wondering, no, I never actually did play, never actually played MapleStory. I'm sorry to all the MapleStory fans. I was not a MapleStory boy. I tried to get into it a while back, but I think I actually ended up playing Gaia Online for a little bit. That was interesting. Harley Quinn. And I never played MapleStory, but I heard it was good. And I heard a lot of people really liked it. This really does sound like Power Rangers. Alright, now even though it's right underneath, it's not like anyone's going to land. No one's gonna land though, so I think I'm okay. Is this? Oh, this is a Splatoon. This is Squid Island. That sounds awesome. Turn on the volume. Gotta love the splatty Splatoon. Splatty splatty Splatoon. I did end up getting a capture card actually very recently, so I will probably be playing Splatoon on Splatoon 3 at some point. I just have to figure out the best way to set it up. Because again, TV there, computer here. And no, I'm not running a long cable. That's how you ask for problems. The latency and stuff like that. Also, that would require me moving my webcam and everything. I just don't want to do it. For Odin's son! I shall find you and tell you that you are nothing! Oh, that's actually really funny! That's actually wait! This is actually like the death battle. That's actually really funny. This is like the death battle. If you haven't seen it, go watch that death battle. It's pretty interesting. But it's really interesting. Vegeta versus Thor. It literally is the death battle right now. That's so cool. Oh, nice. Good gun. Good gun. Actually, I'm gonna go find him. I try my best, like, I don't really go for bounties all that much. Sometimes they just so happen to be in front of me, so I do it. His name is Lightspeed79. That's interesting. It's cool name. Alright. Seems to be in this area. We are at 2 hours and 10 minutes, everybody. Doing great on time. I actually haven't eaten dinner yet, so at some point we will end the stream. Because actually this is really... Oh. Thor? Is it? No, it's not you. Oh, somebody else killed Thor! Oh man, I couldn't reload. I couldn't reload on time. Oh, they're Fortnite crew. You can see they have the new skin. Fortnite crew skin. Well, I made it halfway through that one. That was not bad. Special thanks to everybody who's joining me live for this awesome stream time. Once again, make sure you guys go follow the Twitter at Royal Lorenzo. Follow the Instagram at Royal Lorenzo TTV. Having a really good time with this. So far, so good. I will also take constructive criticism if you don't like the stream. But I am having a really good time, guys. This is so fun. I didn't even know that 2 hours passed until I just checked just now. I think this is going to be really fun. Master Chief! Wow, I just took 180 off Master Chief's head. Is that the Xbox Series X version of Master Chief? Looks like it. Looks darker. I feel like that's it. It's the Prowler on my left! This is why I hate this game. No way that this ever happened. Hey! Indiana Jones with a cape? Is that the Batman cape? Nice. Which means that, or maybe they just logged into their friend's account on Xbox, which means they get the cool skin. Unbreakable. I keep forgetting Shenron's my gladiator. So fun fact, there was actually, they ended up giving, like, I guess reclaiming the Nimbus Cloud glider from all Fortnite players for some unknown reason. And so now, yesterday when I was playing as Goku, I just had the default glider, and it made me look kind of weird, because I was already playing as the cloud with the cloud, so it looked a little weird. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just because I had already like set it up that way. Not sure what happened, but something happened. So I think they disabled it, and then they re-enabled it for everybody, and then I got a weird notification from Fortnite when I started the game that said, yeah, you know, if you want a refund for it, we'll give it to you. And I'm like, but I don't want a refund. I like my Nimbus Cloud, thank you very much. Maybe just me. Alright, where is
Scientist, Origin, come in.
Sometimes I'm nasty at this game, my guy. Oh, nah, nope, we're not doing this. We really are not going to do this. Where? Oh! Clearly I suck at this game. I hope you guys are really enjoying the stream. I'm really having a good time. Yeah, I really am. This is really cool for a stream. You guys can say hello to my Peely action figure. This is my my good luck charm whenever I play Fortnite. I also have a little Fortnite Peely over there. I'm a big Peely fan. I will collect every single Peely that is out there. I'm pretty sure I missed a bunch of them because I didn't really get into the game as much as I did when it first came out. But I'm a big fan of Peely, so go support your local Peelys. You know, as long as they don't come from problematic places. Peelys are very good for your body. They have a lot of potassium in them. Also, make sure you guys stay hydrated. It's really hot out there, at least right now on the East Coast. There's another heat wave. It's been heat wave after heat wave, and make sure you stay hydrated. Really good for you. Do I have a channel points thing that I can add? Do I have channel points? I can't follow myself, so I couldn't tell you. Oh wow, we already finished all the vibing quests until next week. This I think are the last set of vibing quests too. Alright. I'm pretty sure I don't need to go there. I'll go to Log Zone. That one's not too bad. I can do that. Sorry. Sure, sure. Never, never, never. Oh, by the way, this is day one of asking for Coca-Cola Zero to sponsor me. I love Coca-Cola Zero. Please sponsor me. I would love to be sponsored by Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Zero. Please sponsor me, Coca-Cola Zero. I beg you. Make it happen. I'm a big fan of Coca-Cola Zero. Please. Please. Make it happen. I just want the sponsorship, man. I just want the sponsorship. You don't even have to pay me. I just want Coca-Cola Zero for the rest of my life. And HyperX would be cool, but also I'm not going to like beg for HyperX if they don't want to sponsor me. But please, Coca-Cola Zero, if you're listening to this, please. I think you need to be in like a teammate mode to play this, to get that quest to deal damage to somebody with a ripsaw launcher. Hello? Oh, that's the capsule. I don't like snipers, guys. I'm telling you right now, I really don't. But I'll use them if they're available to me. If I can't find the other guns I need, I'll use it. Oh, there's some ripsaws. Someone's getting murdered right outside. Alright. Should have broke that. He was getting murdered out here. Vegeta with a chainsaw is like my spirit animal right now. I never thought those words would ever come out of my mouth. Oh, they're there. My dude, what? Oh. Pretty sure that counts, too. It did count! It does count! Oh, that's so weird, man! Why? Why? My dude's gonna die anyway. I've been beating up this wolf and then all of a sudden I'm riding it? Alright, where's this dude? Am I blind? Where's this dude? Alright, I think I know where he is. Oh, nice! Oh! Come on, one more! Come on, come on, come on! Oh, come on! Run her over! Yeah! Nice! Oh, that was awesome! Oh, that is awesome! That was such... That's a clippable moment. That's a clippable moment. 100% that is a clippable moment. That was awesome. Oh, there it is. Wow, that was a great kill, man. One time, the auto aim on those trees actually helps me. Alright. I just need to tame some more wildlife. So I'm dismount my dude over here. Actually, I might need you still. I need you to get away, so. God, really? Come on! Go faster! Oh my god, I give up. I'm just gonna grab that capsule over there. Where's the Kamehameha? For people wondering, this is canonically inaccurate because I'm pretty sure, 90% sure, that Vegeta's heart is not all that pure. You can ask my my fellow Dragon Ball Encyclopedia person in the chat. Nice. Alright, we made it to the top 30. Oh, shit! I didn't even see him! Well, he had a prime shotgun, so that works out nicely. Oh, there's another capsule over there, but I don't think I need it. He who is guarding. I do need an AR if I can find one. but I'm not taking a hammer. Oh. I don't want the hammer though, so I'll take the hammer. Alright. That. Oh. Why am my dude just staring at me like that? My dude literally stood there and looked at me. I'm gonna take that. Thank you. I saw another dude run this way. Oh, by the way, make sure you, if you guys are watching this, make sure you go watch the Dragon Ball movie. The one that's in theaters right now. It's really good. Even if you have very little experience with Dragon Ball. I'm saying you should have some experience with Dragon Ball before you go watch it. I'm just saying you don't need the world's worth of experience. Go see it. It's really good. Oh, look, Goku. Got him in the foot. Alright, this needs this. Oh, there he goes again. Oh, nice! Wally was in the air, man. Oh, man. Wow. That was a good hit, though. It was good. It was a good battle. Good battle. Good battle. Good battle. My man deserved that. That was a good battle. He tried it. He tried it with the boulder. That was a really good. That was an interesting hit. He tried it. He really tried me, man, with the boulder. All right. I'm gonna play one more of these Fortnite games. And then, let's just see how far we get. And then maybe we'll just, call it a night. Almost 10 o'clock. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Let's just see how we do. Either that or, and maybe like, if I'm feeling up to it, maybe I'll just put us on Be Right Back. And grab something quick to eat and come back. And then, and then maybe play some Fall Guys. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm really having a great time with this first stream, and I can't wait for the VOD to be up so that we can relive these moments in actuality. I'm pretty sure that I'm no longer capturing clips, so that clip I'm probably just gonna have to take it straight out of the VOD. But I will say this, if I die within the first few seconds of me landing in this game, I'm playing another one after it, so let's just hope I don't die. Alright, let's go to Synapse Station. See what we can find there. Sending all my love to the people in the chat. Hope you guys are having a good time, having a great day so far. More Peely! Look at that! There's Peely. He's staring at me. Don't need that anymore. Oh, person? Is this man a snowman? In the middle of the desert? Oh, I thought he was. Hey! That just killed Star-Lord! I thought it was that snowman character. It was just Star-Lord. Oh my god, that NPC scared the shit out of me, man. Yep, they're not an NPC. They're an actual person now! Hey, watch where you swinging that thing, man. You know what that thing can do to you? Put a bullet-sized hole in my head. Let's not. Thank you. Nice. I have an ideal loadout right now. Well, almost. The shotgun should be a prime shotgun, but I can't seem to find one, so... We got him. Where's the other one? That's a good song. What's this? Matches. Sounds good. Something around me? Gasoline plays with matches. That's awesome. Okay, so there's a board here. I'm gonna tame it so that I can grab another one. Really good. Don't need that. How far are we? No, not too bad. I thought we were much further. There's actually a solo cup going on right now in Fortnite for people who are competitive. That's your chance. Well, if you're watching this right now and you're competitive. Because if you watch this a week from now and you want to know if it's competitive, I don't know what to tell you. Is that? I think there's some sort of glitch because I definitely can't see anything. That was weird. It was just, I just saw a floating gun and I was just like, I don't know what's going on here. I just said, alright, I guess I'm gonna have to roll with the punches and just aim, see if it hits, you know? For those of you who don't like, who know the joke and are currently moaning, I'm not sorry. You're right. You did sense the key. This is a really good song. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna get off this boar and try and get another one so that I can try and finish this quest. My dude's gonna be pissed off when I find another boar. My dude's gonna be pissed off. LOL, that's so funny. Alright, let me go to the other boar now. There we go! I didn't know you could do it between two. I thought it had to be 3 different boars. Damn, I just broke up with both of my boars at the same time and then went back to my ex-boar. What the fuck? I never thought I'd ever say that. I never thought that sentence would ever come out of my mouth. I remember I was playing with Ray one time and I think I got on a wolf that was close by to him, but my boar was like right behind me, but then my boar got mad for some reason, and then Ray asked me, did you just break up with your boar? And I said, I guess I did, and then I just ran off. Alright, but let's go. Once again, make sure you guys go follow the Twitter, go follow the Instagram, Twitter at Royal Lorenzo, and the Instagram Royal Lorenzo TTV. And if you are not following the Twitch TV channel right now, make sure you follow it. Oh, don't kill me. Come on. I'm trying to prove to my chat that I can make it! Oh, nice! Alright, now I'm gonna need to heal up. I killed my boar, though! Damn, this really do be like an old superhero movie, man. Make sure you guys follow all the socials. Make sure you follow the Twitch channel. Donate if you feel compelled to, but I'm not requiring it. Anything obviously is fine. I'm not gonna ask for $1,000 or anything, so I really appreciate you guys coming out. I think it's over, guys. No way. I was reloading. There's no way. It's over. All right. Anyways, all right. That was fun. Well, let's see. Well, that was a great time, guys. I really did have a good time with that, and I really hope you guys did too. It was really fun, actually, my first stream. On that note, everybody, I do want to keep doing these more often. I want to do these as often as I can. So I would say 2 to 3 times a week we could probably do it. You know, it really just depends on the schedule. Sometimes if I just feel like streaming, I'll come on and do it. It's not, now that the setup is here, it's really not that hard to do. And so I'm really kind of just like, at this point, just kind of doing it. once the tools are in your arsenal, it's really not that hard. And once you have all the software, and you just got to dedicate the time to it, man. Oh, it was GG series that did it. Oh, that's cool. Any headshot. It auto clips any headshot. That's interesting. I will take a look at those later. Which means I'm probably gonna have to grab the VOD for that. Anyways, I'm having a really good time, guys, and I had a really good time. I really do appreciate you guys coming out to the stream, and I really do want to do this again, so maybe we'll see. Maybe Friday we could do another stream, but today's Wednesday, and I do want to wait another, just a couple days just to digest any of the feedback. But anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Make sure you follow my Twitter and my Instagram, and make sure you follow my Twitch as well. Subscribe if you love my stuff and want to support the channel. I really do appreciate the support. Make sure you go ahead and, also subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's at Royal Lorenzo. And the VOD will be up within a few days, hopefully. Depends on how busy I get. Yeah, maybe we can create some good times together. Anyways, guys, I think I'll see you guys on Friday. My name is Royal Lorenzo. Thank you guys for coming to the first stream. And we'll see you guys next time. See you guys then.